Should have music for that moment.
Like a big entry. Enter.
Yeah, like dun, 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 dun.
Da, 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 da. Welcome to the show.
Hello, everybody.
Are we live?
We
Hello.
are.
I don't know. I'm not seeing it. I'm
Say
not
hi.
seeing it yet.
It says live. Say hi.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello. I think we're live now. Can anybody hear me? Hello, everyone. Hello, Kendra.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Hey,
Um.
Safari lover. Go ahead.
Oh, was that what me? You mean?
Yes, you.
Oh.
I was just saying hi to some people in the chat. Hi, 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 hi. How you doing?
Hello, everyone.
Everybody's
So
starting to get here.
yeah. So, what's your weather like over there in Florida?
Oh my God, it's so hot. So hot. I was dying. It actually, yesterday it was 97, but it felt like 115. I mean, it was really, really hot. Like I walked outside and I could not even breathe. I was like,
Ugh.
I could not catch my breath. I'm like, this is crazy. And then finally in the afternoon, we got some storms. It literally looked like the cloud. It was so bad. It looked like there was going to be a tornado coming. When the wind just started kicking up, leaves are flying everywhere. It dropped. It went from 97 degrees to 69. I'm like, oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm like standing there with my arms up, like, you know, like getting the cool air. I mean, it was really, really hot, man. I've never been so hot in Florida at all.
Oh,
How's the weather by
geez.
you?
Well, we have been, 102, 97, 98. It's just been day after day of the heat like that. But we're starting to cool off today. I believe it's only like 89. And the next week it's supposed to be even in the 70s.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing. But the thing is, in California, you don't have the humidity the way do it the way we do. It's dry
No, we
air there.
also don't end up with rain ever.
Yeah, rain is like your winter.
Yeah, no, it never
When it
rains
gets a little
anytime.
chilly,
It doesn't even rain then. Are you kidding? We're running out of water.
every time, because I used to go to Los Angeles if I wasn't living there, I would always be there during their what they call their winter January during NAMM because I go to the NAMM convention, and it never failed. It would rain, but when it rained like 3 weeks straight, constant downpour.
That never happens.
And I was praying for it to rain again today. It started to get hot. It wasn't as bad as.
Well, in the 90s, it used to actually rain, but not
Uh
anymore.
oh, can you hear me? Can
Yeah.
you hear me? Oh, okay, it looked like I lost something here. Or my emoji, maybe? I'm not sure.
Oh,
It
yeah,
looks
your
like I'm
emoji's gone suddenly,
my
but
emoji just, oh my God, I'm fading. I'm fading. I guess we can fix that later. But hi guys, it's me. I'm here. What was I gonna say? What was I about to say? I forgot. Let's see who's here.
so
Hi. Okay.
Dan,
Uh-huh.
what do you mean? What are you talking about? Three Lees here.
There's three leads here.
That's what Dan says.
We got three leads tonight. Who's the third lead? Hey, I'm normal. Hi, Karen. Barbara's here. Peggy, you're home. Yes, awesome. I hope you're feeling better. I'm hoping that if you're home, that means yes, you are. Dan brought his loofah. I'm like scrolling up the chat backwards. Oh, Dan Lee. Dan's middle name is Lee.
And you spell it the right way. That's good to know.
All right. There's me there. Let's see if I can fix this. Oh, hang on. I'm trying to fix this. One
Oh,
second.
now we've got 3 on the screen now.
All right. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you. We certainly can. I got a question. If you're watching on a screen, like your TV screen or whatnot, can you see the chat on that? Where'd you go? Hello, hello.
Hello? Can you hear me? Kendra? Uh-oh. Can anybody hear me? Kendra? All right.
Kendra.
Kendra? Kendra? Uh-oh. Technical difficulties. 1 second. Kendra, talk. Oh, Kendra lost her mic. It says your mic is not connected, Kendra. Kendra. Hey, hang on, guys. Kendra, your mic is not connected somehow.
Hello?
There you go. And we're back. I still don't have my emoji though. Can everybody hear us both? Type something in the chat.
All right. So now.
I'm not subbing for Kendra. Okay, thank you. Sorry, guys and gals. Go ahead, Kendra. What were you saying?
Well, I was just talking about the chat on the TV screen because my TV doesn't show that, but apparently everybody says that it could or should, but I don't know how to
Yeah,
make it do that.
I don't watch it on my television, but I know Robbie does, and he
Like,
can watch it on the television. But with what I'm seeing as far as like in StreamYard, I can see, you know, this is
like
on
I,
my big monitor. So sometimes to me it's a TV. But go ahead.
I wonder what. Oh, I wonder if no, it's this is my Comcast remote. I don't know.
It's not
I
working.
wonder what I have to do. I don't know.
I don't know. You could turn chat on the TV. It is in the settings.
Yeah, I don't know how to get to my settings is the problem. But I mean, this is really not important.
No,
I'll,
we can figure it out next time. I'm just
I'll,
bummed that my emoji's not showing. I'm sorry, guys. Like everybody's scared. So anyhow, we've had some interesting happenings this week, huh?
yeah, it was very busy, I guess, in the law of the land in the courthouses this whole week.
This is a bit crazy. I can't even believe it. I mean, how many years has this been? When was this Roe versus Wade
Uh,
created? When did this happen?
before
How
I
long
was
ago?
born.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just besides myself. I can't even believe it happened. Like it's like I don't even understand why it's even a question today. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess because there's a bunch of pricks in the seats that get to decide that.
Yeah, well, they shouldn't be allowed to do that, in my opinion. But
Well, the thing is, they're not even bringing religion, God, any of those types of things as a reason or a basis for it, which for the longest time, that was what you heard the argument, to be about. That didn't even get touched on. It was about the specifics of the verbiage and the wording. And they believed that basically it was running on a bogus claim this whole time and they have to fix it.
so that's why they overturned it.
Well,
Couldn't they just
they
fix it
they
and like
they
enter it
being
into
well, because they don't want it as well. So they being really one in particular, Mr. Clarence Thomas, who seems to
right?
be pretty much against all of the cases that were large cases that made it to the Supreme Court on the 14th Amendment. He's not in favor of, and he would like to review them all and change them. So that's interesting. You'd think that he'd be a little bit more of a fan of the 14th Amendment, but guess not.
Right. I'm just like stunned, you know? I mean, if they wanted to change things, couldn't they just like reword it and just submit it?
Well, it's now
And
so that it's down to, instead of just being federal law, that's the
mm,
state's decisions to do
yeah,
what they
well,
would
that's
like to do.
basically what this whole that I mean, some people are a little confused about it. So basically, what this means is that it's no longer a federal law, it's now given back to the states. So each state can um, basically say whether women can have abortions or not.
Right.
You
And
know,
it's all in the specifics of the wording. This state will allow it up to this many weeks. This state will allow it up to that many weeks. This state won't allow it at all. This state won't allow it at all. And in fact, if you find out somebody has done that, we're going to give you a reward for ratting them out. So
oh
every
my
single
god,
state is going to be different.
this
So,
no state in no okay. See, it's weird because this used to be a political thing. It used to be a gender thing. It used to be, I mean, religious, like you said. To me, in my opinion, women should have the right to choose what to do with their bodies. Okay. Um, and
oh, I wholeheartedly agree. You don't get to tell me what I'm going to do to my own self.
what? And this isn't a religious thing for me. It's definitely not political. And I don't want to go political in this conversation at all. Um, and I have no problem telling how I feel about it, which for me, I believe women should have the right to choose. However, that is not a choice. I don't believe I would ever have to make because I am for myself pro-life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I would be in a position that I would choose to do that.
Right.
However, that doesn't mean somebody else is, and they should have the right to do what they want to do. I just know that I wouldn't make that choice. I do not believe that abortion should be used as birth control. That I don't believe. But
Right.
and some people, unfortunately, they do use it like that, and that's the wrong thing. But refusing to allow or banning it and telling people what they could do with their bodies, there has to be some other way, like education from a young age, and things like that, which they don't do anymore. They say they do, but I don't believe they do.
Right.
You know, abstinence is best, kids.
Well,
Just joking.
so when it came down to was that technically on Roe v. Wade, the court ruled that the Constitution generally protects a pregnant woman liberty to choose to have an abortion. That was what Roe v. Wade was. It stood for. It
What?
was its precedent for what, 53 years now.
Same here,
So
Dan.
this is now um, where we're at, and they're saying there's these are the words, the quote from the new verbiage: no inherent excuse me, no inherent right to privacy or personal autonomy in the Constitution. There's no evidence that precedents this far should matter. So anything that's happened previously in all these years does not matter anymore. And we are now where it there's no inherent right to privacy or personal autonomy. So,
Right.
and that's being based off of the 14th Amendment. So it's particular to this of abortion, which is obviously for only women, people with a uterus. So
Welcome back, Safari.
what I want to know is what other personal, private, inherent rights we thought we had will we no longer, because this is going to be a domino effect of everything else falling down. And one of
Yeah,
the things is
what other women's rights are going to be taken away? You know, and is it going to end there?
no, it's
You
not,
know,
because they're already going to go back to court because Judge Clarence Thomas has decided that he would like to review a couple other big, well known cases. One that was pretty recent about gay marriage. That's now back
right,
up, and they're going to relook at that and remove that as well, because that's no longer going to be a thing. So, yet again, they're going to take away gay marriage.
right.
So, that's a problem. Then there's another one where, I mean, it's I don't even understand how they can possibly do this, but it's going to become back to being a criminal act if you have gay sex, essentially.
Um,
So if basically two men
hang on a
were
second. Hang on
in
a second. Like, how do they even know that? I mean, unless they're like doing it out in public. What?
well, that's yeah, going to be the assumed thing. If two men are a couple, they're living together, they have children together, then one would assume that they would be doing that act together.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's people that have been married for like 20 years and they don't. So they can't assume. I mean, they really can't. You know?
Right. So that's where each state is different, and some states are going to be doing this whole system of, if you find out, if you tell on them, and we're going to praise you and whatnot. And so I don't
What?
know how they're going to regulate it, but that's
This is
also,
crazy.
oh yeah, it's a big thing. They're actual um that's why I said they've already gone to the Supreme Court one time. So they're going to relook at it because it's the verbiage, it's the wording that they don't enjoy, specifically Clarence Thomas. Now, there was a quote, because how this had been leaked about a month earlier.
Right.
So somebody, I guess his assistants, I'm not sure what they're technically called, but one of them said he told him that for 43 years, the liberal Democrats have made his life a living hell. So for the next 43, he's going to make all of the United States have a living hell.
Wow.
So he's taking out his anger on everybody. And I mean, I guess he's a man, so he feels he has more power than a woman. So this is a great one to use all your superiority and your power over. You can dominate over the women by making this call. It makes you feel like more of a man.
Right.
So,
This is so crazy though. They need to stay out of people's bedrooms and bodies and the whole nine yards. I mean,
oh, well, we're not done yet. There's another part that says, so the rest of the judges that were in agreement with him were saying how they feel that contraception can basically prevent any unplanned pregnancies. And so we don't need to have abortion, because if everybody just properly used that, then hey, except back to good old Clarence, he is like, no, no, we're going to relook at that too, because for married couples, gay or otherwise, we're no longer going to allow that either. So no more
birth
birth
control.
control. No, no. no more. So if you're married and you have birth control, that's not going to be okay.
As long as you're married and no, like, so if you're married, you have to have children if you're gonna have sex. Period.
Right. So what you're saying is we can't have birth control, we can't have abortion, so you're forcing us to have children or not have sex. So I guess you're mad at
Not
the
only
men
that,
because you're
like
going to
some
make a
forms
whole
of
lot of
birth,
angry men because women can go without. We can say,
right?
okay, we'll say, fine, oh, well.
How many men out there can go without? How many
I
men do we
mean,
have here? I see Dan. um, yeah, so this is crazy. They're getting a little out of hand here. Yeah,
right.
right, Kimberly? Prophylactics have approximately a 10% failure rate. Yeah, they always told us a 99%, chance it works. I mean, there's still that 1%,
Essentially,
and the,
he wants all of the landmark rulings on the 14th Amendment to be rescinded. That's except for one, the one that's Loving versus Virginia. That one he's leaving alone, of course, because that one would apply to his personal life.
isn't there other more important things that the country needs to focus on than this right now, or is it all just boiled down to population control?
Well,
Because then you could go down a rabbit hole there.
I thought that we had too many people, they were saying. So wouldn't this
Yeah,
add more people? So this would be
that's what I'm
opposite.
saying. Like what? Like it
But
seems
then
like there's one side that wants to depopulate and another side that wants to keep populating. Keep the population growing. I'm like all tongues today. Um, but
I
yeah,
think
so it's just like weird. What are they aiming for, or is it just a fight to fight? They don't really even care. You know,
right. I mean, maybe
is this
it's
about voting? Is this about the whole political realm? You know, because
well,
right now the way this one side seems to be going is like, oh, hello, you just kind of screwed yourself there.
I
But
mean,
hey,
who's
what
it
I heard
really
today,
affecting though? It's affecting
yeah,
women only.
exactly,
So
exactly,
what you're doing is you're going to be taking women out of the workforce because they're going to, be pregnant and stay home with the baby, all of those things, have more children. It's going to become no women in the workforce or very few. There's,
wow,
but the racial, what do you call it? When they do the polls and statistics about the abortion, Black women do have majority of the abortions. So this would then
right,
make more Black people.
right,
Is that that it would also make more homegrown Americans versus immigrants. So there's
right.
a million different ways you could look at this, but
That's what I'm saying. It's
women are
like,
going to be the ones that are going to have to suffer. I mean, a lot of women are going to be forced to have kids that they don't want. And when you can look up any video on YouTube or any platform and find somebody who will admit that their parents have admitted they never wanted them and treated them and abused them horribly their whole lives. If you think that's not going to start to happen a hell of a lot more, you're foolish because it will. And
that's what I'm
there's
saying.
going to
Like,
be a more of a cost on the government for government resources because of those types of situations.
yeah, I was just reading what Abnormal said. Politicians continue to argue over nothing just so that they can feel important. Oh, impotent. I thought he said important. I was like, that's right. uh, oh, but either statement would have been correct. That's funny. I read it as important. Um,
Well, when I was first hearing
I,
about this and they kept on going on and on about the 14th Amendment, I was like, what is the deal? Um, you know, What? Just remove the whole 14th Amendment. Then apparently it's such a fucking problem for him.
Right.
But I mean, you
I
can't do
just don't
that.
get it. It's like, what is your end goal here? You know, like, is it a woman thing? Is it a population thing? Is it a racial thing? Is it like, I mean, it all affects women, you know? And I just don't know. Like, okay, one thing they added now. So I heard, I'm not sure if it's actually legit yet, but today they were talking about they added the row on the voting bill. Is that correct? Have you heard that?
Auto corrupt for you.
But they added row to the bill, to the voting bill. I'm
I
not
don't.
sure.
I don't know that anything about that. I haven't heard that at all.
Yeah, I heard that today, but I'm not sure if it's like legit. So I guess for the midterm, uh, they're going to be able to vote for Roe, and you know how many people are going to do that. I mean, it's going to instantly get overturned again.
Well,
So
and
it's going
I
to get
mean,
put
what they're
right
even
back.
saying all over the media and everywhere is that this doesn't seem to be a very much a political issue this time around because 73% of the nation is for Roe v. Wade. So
Right.
that's both sides, no matter where you fall on that.
Yeah, my husband's even like, what the? Why did they even bother to do like this? Is ridiculous, you know? And I know so many men who are like that feel the same way. You know, some people may not, and I'm not against people's opinions. You know, everybody's entitled to it, but it's just like shocking, and it's like it just I'm stunned by the whole
So,
thing, and I'm disgusted, honestly.
well, because you're a second class citizen now, did you know?
Oh, am I?
Well, yeah. I mean, that was the
It
whole
all
problem
depends on
about
who's looking at me, I guess.
the 14th Amendment getting instated was because apparently the black men were not being treated very nicely or very fairly comparative to the white men back in the day. So they had to create the 14th Amendment for everybody to be treated fairly. So,
Hmm.
not quite sure how that applies to women anymore. So, I guess
Or
we're not.
anybody, because you got women, you got races, you have genders and sexuality, and you know what I mean. So that should just apply equally to everybody now.
Well, but get this, if you're a second class citizen, you don't have to pay taxes.
Who's determining whether I'm a second class citizen again?
The verbiage now for the fixing of the 14th Amendment and taking away Roe v. Wade, Clarence Thomas said so.
Clarence Thomas said so.
Yeah,
Okay.
so if you're considered a second class citizen, then don't pay your taxes.
Damn.
I mean,
Well, you
Roe
know, hey,
versus Wade was enacted by 7 white men, and it was overturned by 1 white woman and 1 black man.
unbelievable. You know, it's funny. Kavanaugh went in there when he was because he was talking prior to the actual voting, and he said what why change something that works? You know what I mean? So he made it seem like he wasn't going to vote for change.
Right, a bunch of them did. The only one who kind of gave any warning was Amy Coney Barrett.
Yeah.
But you live in the villages, right? Pineapples and loofahs, we've all joked about it.
Yeah.
But they could
Dan brought
possibly
his
be
to me.
having men on men sex there and their foursomes, their swinging nights, whatever they're doing. Who cares? Not our business. Well, now, if it becomes your business and you find out there's been some sex that's going on that's not supposed to, I don't know, maybe you could get a reward.
Oh, so hang on. So like if I find loofahs on cars, I can get rewarded because like that's obviously a sign that something's going on.
Well, as long as it's going to be the criminal act of sex that they're not going to allow. That's the one that they're working on next. So there you go.
Wow. This is too
So
much.
they're coming into our homes, whether you're gay or straight, a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. And they're going to be worrying about what sex you're having in your house. And women can't have abortions is like the tip of the iceberg in a way. Like this is going to be a domino effect of other laws that are going to go down. Gay marriage is going to go down. So what's going to happen to those children that have two dads and people are saying that they're criminals now? What's going to happen there? Are they going to be taken away?
I agree with Dan. It's to take the focus off this. It's a distraction. Take the focus off the White House. I'm
Well, they're
telling you,
saying to take the focus
this
off
is
of the
crazy.
January 6th hearings because Clarence Thomas's wife is up to have a big whole conversation because she was apparently involved.
Oh my God, this is just like, goes round
But
and round and round and round.
they've they'll be taking away the morning after pill. They'll be taking away the birth control pill. I guess they'll be putting holes in the condoms. Don't know.
Some women use that to regulate their period too. Their monthlies. Sorry, excuse me if anybody gets offended by my using that word. You got to be careful these days. You can't say certain things. I'm surprised we're even talking about this right now.
Well, but what's really sad though is that if anybody under the age of 18 is molested, raped, they are going to be
They're
13 or 14
forced.
and expected to have a child. They're still a child
Yeah,
themselves. Like
yeah.
it's utterly ridiculous.
I
And it just seems like there needs to be, at least if you're banning it, there needs to at least be clauses for certain situations, but there's not.
right. Wow.
And there's a lot of medical cases where there really should be an allowance for it because women can die if you have a miscarriage naturally, because it happens and it does, and it doesn't properly expel. You'll need to go and have an abortion, and they're not allowing that. So I guess they're allowing the women to just die then. So
And they
there's
got to go. Like the women are gonna have to start going from state to state to find, where they can have a legal abortion. And what happens after they do that and they come back to their state? Like nothing.
you can
They
you can
don't
get
get.
into trouble.
You can get into trouble if you went to a different state where it's legal to have.
Yes, because if you're leaving your state, that's what they're talking about, that they're not going to allow you to cross state lines. They're going to even make women so much as take a pregnancy test and prove on the spot that they're not pregnant.
What?
Yeah, they're discussing that.
Yeah. Okay.
Which
Are
I
you
mean,
serious?
that technically is your personal private medical information, is it not? But
I mean, it would be,
due to the
but
change of the
apparently it
words,
doesn't matter.
your
Well, it
privacy.
depends on what they want to know. Our privacy doesn't only matter is when it's convenient.
No, because this is the new law says no inherent right to privacy. So you know what that means, Lisa?
We're
HIPAA
screwed.
is gone. So if, say, you are getting a divorce and you have an ex and your ex wants your medical records for the court, they could now get them. If, say, you have a boss that wants to know your personal medical, they can now get those. Your health insurance can now get it and then dump you as a
Exactly,
client.
Steph. Using it for birth control.
So then if, say, there's a
That's
pandemic,
crazy. So all right. So they're rewriting the 14th Amendment then,
right, and they're going to make
and
you lose your rights to your personal medical.
and
So
we can fight that, correct? Or is that what this is? Is that completely what this is?
that's why everybody's marching in the streets right now, is that this is about controlling way more than an abortion. This is
Right.
allowing women who are having natural miscarriages to die. This is not allowing gay marriage. This is to monitor our own sex. This is to take away the birth control pill. This is to take away the HIPAA. This is, when you don't have access to get your own medical, but everybody else does. What sense is that? The government's going to be
Oh,
pulling all of our medical now.
yeah, they're
When
rewriting everything. You're right. They're rewriting everything. It's like, we sit there, we're like, you can't change history. You can't, remove this statue and expect that it didn't exist. You can't remove, like, you just can't. I mean, people think you can, and that's fine. Like, again, people have their own opinions, but it's like, just because you removed something here, it doesn't mean it didn't happen. You know, doesn't mean that history did not exist.
Well,
you
it's
know?
like
And
during the
now if we're going to come to
pandemic,
these
everybody
laws,
was blabbing whether they had their COVID or not. You had to tell your work. Everybody had to be informed, and everybody was okay with that because of the extreme nature that COVID could become. But previously in your job, your boss didn't get to know what you were sick from. You didn't
right,
discuss that with everybody. Like it wasn't a thing. And then the whole like vaccinated, who's not, nobody knew who had a polio shot or a chickenpox shot.
right.
But now all of a sudden it was totally okay to know that. So that was like the beginning of opening up to letting your medical out. But the
Well, then
problem with
this has to be stopped
no inherent right to privacy on your own medical means the government
on
can
anything,
control
right?
that.
To privacy, period.
Right. So,
They need to like. I almost think like they need to just go back to the Constitution and anything like added to it. Forget about it. You know, I mean, actually, I think I don't know. I don't want to get into that. That's a whole nother.
I mean, it's
But
there's
technically, if you went back to the way the Constitution is, like tons of stuff wouldn't even exist anymore, and it would just be like bin, grin and bear it. I mean,
well, and that's the whole exact point is that so the internet didn't exist when the Constitution was made. So I guess we should just get rid of it. I mean,
well,
there's no verbiage around it, so it doesn't apply to anything. So get rid of it. I mean, that's
no, I mean,
essentially how stupid that it is that they're being.
this is just crazy. Oh my God. I mean, it just leads into so many other things. And as far as I've seen, and I've seen too much, especially with the whole like rabbit hole wanna be whatever you want to think things. There's just so many rabbit holes to go down. And it's too much. It's just too much. And you don't know
Well, I mean,
where
if
things are
the
coming.
government is controlling and getting access to, our sex in our own beds or wherever we're having it.
Wow.
I mean, they're not stopping at literally anything because they're literally jumping up inside your body.
I'm just
Nothing's
like,
nothing's off limits for them. So if the government wants to say give you a vaccine, they can do that now because there are no more rights to personal autonomy. That's in the verbiage that they just put out yesterday.
so basically they're taking our rights away from us within one little sentence.
Right. That's why I was like that. So it was like, what did they just say? And you had to look at it for just a second. And I'm like, that can't be right. But no, I looked it up 3 different times over, and that is his words. It says no inherent right to privacy or personal autonomy. So that means they can make you get vaccinated. They can make you do whatever with your medical, and they'll have full access to your medical and know exactly who's doing what. So if you're having that illegal sex and something goes wrong and you go to the ER to
That's so
fix
crazy.
yourself, they'll find out.
That, that is crazy. Illegal sex in your own bedroom, married or not. I mean, like, that is insane. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to be able to pull this off, though. To be quite honest with you, but so how do we stop this verbiage from being changed, or is it like a done deal already?
Well, it's done. But now we want
That's already the verbiage that's in this 14th Amendment now.
well, the case, yeah, Roe v. Wade has now been overturned and there's new verbiage around it, and that is the new
Right.
verbiage.
The new
Yes.
verbiage has already been put in place.
So there's petitions you can sign, there's marches you can go on, there's different places taking money for donations, there's volunteerism at different places. And then they're saying how it's important for everybody to vote and pay attention to who you're voting into office, even in your local towns. and everybody's just trying to make a stink about it, and they're not going to change 5 justices' minds by marching in the streets.
Right. No, I
But
know that.
it's more, I think, for the states to make changes there, because at your level in your own states, if you get out who's ever in charge and makes the rules around your state, such that you don't like, you get those people out of office, it can change in your state. My gut feeling is the Deep South won't change shit. They'll stay the way that they are. California ain't changing shit. So there's certain
You
states that
sure
no
about
matter
that?
what aren't going to change. New York will not change.
I
But
don't know.
Yeah,
like,
it really ain't gonna affect us either. It ain't gonna affect us either because Governor DeSantis ain't putting a ban on it either.
No, with the 14th Amendment, you missed part of the conversation.
What?
The way they changed the verbiage. That's what we're talking about.
Oh,
Sorry, guys. Gabe just walked in from taking the dog out for a walk. But yeah, I'm stunned by it. I really am. And I don't know. Look, I don't know. They mentioned today about adding Roe to the voter bill. What bill? I'm not sure. They always talk about these bills and they always sneak things in there. Like stats. I just saw stats saying something like that.
but when
But they
has there
do.
ever been a bill that the whole United States got to vote on besides the president, vice president? Like, we don't ever vote on a law.
Yeah, so I just don't know where that's supposed to happen, but they said they added it, and I'm like, add it where? Like I just caught the end of something. It was on the news, and I had walked in the room and I saw that. I'm like, what they added? What they add Roe to? Like, I'm like, well, they'll get the votes, but what is it to? Like, is this legit? Like, that's why I figured you would have known because my cousin Kendra is like queen researcher, so.
I agree, Dan, that Bill Clinton really has to pay attention now.
Kimberly says hi, Gabe. Hello. What is abnormal?
Remember when Clarence Thomas became judge and he had all the hearings that he had?
What? Yeah.
Anita Hill and the pubic hair.
Oh God.
pubic hair.
I don't know about that.
Remember
I
that
don't
whole
remember
conversation?
That. Yeah, I don't remember that.
That was huge. You can look it up on YouTube, the video. It's all there, the whole thing. And he was apparently, cheating on his wife, having affairs, what have you. Anita Hill stepped forward. And so I got a question for Clarence Thomas. If he's having these affairs still, what's he going to do if one of his ladies turns up pregnant?
Yeah, right? Oh my God.
Because with this very man, this issue has come up before.
I'm getting feedback from audio. Is it better now, Dan? I don't know who's done anything. You spit pubic hair out? Oh my God.
Who did that?
I was repeating what Dan said.
Who did that, Dan?
He said yes. Oh, yes, it's better now? Or yes, you spit.
Somebody spit out a pubic hair?
Yeah. Dan just spit out a pubic hair. I don't even want to know. Don't even want to know. Oh my goodness, that was so crazy.
Well, it's not the only thing.
What? Well, no, what?
Oh, what is this on?
A prime minister's question. Okay, it's better now. Okay, cool.
I hear it now.
You hear it now?
Yeah.
Someone said before that they thought, I think it was Abnormal, said he thought he heard a hamster wheel in the background. Do you have a hamster back there?
That's not what he meant.
Are you serious? What are you talking about? What did he mean? She has a. You actually have
I will
hamsters there.
tell
So
you
I'm
what
thinking,
later.
okay, hang on a second. Never mind. Now I got it. I actually thought he heard your hamster. Never mind.
Oh God.
Have hamsters there, Kendra. The squeaky hamster wheel is still there. Was he really talking about that or not? Okay, next. Let's bring Kimmy on and see what Kimmy has to say about Roe versus Wade. Or
Okay, let's get her out
Kimmy,
of the
you there?
basement.
Kimmy, are you in the basement? Are you still there? Let's see if Kimmy's here. Kimmy. Kimmy.
I see her.
I see her. She's there, but Kimmy. She'll come back to us. Oh,
I'm here. I had it muted.
there she is.
I was talking, but I was wondering why you couldn't answer me. I was saying, I'm here.
You're muted somehow.
Yes.
So what do you think, Kimmy? What do you think about all this Roe versus Wade nonsense that they did? They overturned this thing.
Do you have like a phone next to the computer or something? Because that's what's doing the kickback.
I plugged my phone in.
Is your phone muted? Oh.
My phone's not muted now.
Maybe
That
mute
sounds like a hamster wheel. He's not kidding.
Now I hear it.
It's really,
You
yeah.
have to mute one. You can't have both live. You have the other one muted?
What?
You have to turn one of your devices off.
They're off. They're muted. Their volume's down. I don't know. Is it me?
Yeah.
Hang on. Did it stop for a second?
No.
No.
Okay, then it's not me because I muted everything. Everything's muted here.
Was it plugged in?
Hang on. Is that better? I still hear it.
Yeah.
Need to mute one of them. Nothing else is live though. Nothing is. The only one that you can hear is what I'm talking on, which is my phone. And there's a laptop here, but that's muted and the volume's down. So I'm not even using the iPad. So
I don't know. But everything is echoing that I say now.
You're echoing now?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, now it is.
Kimmy, mute your mic for a second.
So is Kimmy.
Wait a minute.
Kendra, talk.
Echo.
I don't hear an echo.
I do.
You do. Okay. I don't hear an echo. All right, hang on. Let me try and do something here. Talk amongst yourselves, ladies.
But I thought you muted Kimmy.
I am muted.
We'll just echo back and forth to each other.
Hey, that could be fun. Maybe our voices will be heard all day across the United States.
I doubt it. It's a female voice.
Right. The whole thing is crazy. rights.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Is
see,
that any better, guys? Can you hear me?
now you're
Hold
echoing.
on.
What?
Yeah.
All right. I don't
Anyway.
know what's going on. I do this. We've done this how many times now? It should all be working the same way.
I don't know.
Wait, that seems a little better. I don't hear
Well,
an echo.
abnormal hears nothing when nobody speaks.
Well, abnormal, that usually is how it works.
Yeah, you stopped echoing.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I stopped echoing.
Kimmy did.
I don't hear an echo anymore.
I don't hear it for you either.
I think we're good.
Okay. Am I echoing at all?
No.
Nope.
Now it's better. So whatever you did, fixed it.
Okay.
What'd
All
you
right.
do?
So, now you wanted to talk about the Laundrie case too. Laundrie, sorry,
Laundry.
laundry case.
The
Now,
dirty laundries.
yeah, because like this the Roe versus Wade, which is to me the most important thing right now.
Right.
But the Laundrie case was also in court too. What was it? It was a civil case, right?
Yes.
Well, yes,
The
they're trying
family.
to get it made into.
Oh, so it's not even a civil case yet?
Well, that's what it's going before the judge for right now, is to determine its whole trial, which would be sometime next summer.
I hear nothing when nobody speaks.
So Kendra, you're saying like they're both presenting their evidence, and the judge is gonna make a decision if it can be a civil case if they.
Right, if it's going to go before a jury and that type of a thing. So, I mean, it will, I'm sure, but the specifics around it aren't 100% yet.
Dollar.
But tell us what you know about it, Kimmy.
What I know about it?
Yeah,
What the whole case is about?
what the whole big takeaway was from their court this week.
Oh, you're gonna put me on the spot. Well, got me stumped. Like, well, isn't the whole takeaway is that the Laundrie's held evidence? I feel, isn't it? That and yeah.
So, like the Petito family, all four of them, the stepmom and stepdad and mom and dad, are suing Roberta and her husband because they feel that they helped their son, and that they were going to try to help him further escape, hide away, leave the country, what have you, to get away with murdering their daughter. But
Right.
he ended up dying instead, and they withheld that information that they knew that he was already deceased, as well as that their daughter was, and that he had done it. So it's a bunch of different points. They withheld information. They feel that they knew all of this. They don't have total records that prove it, though, but they do have some things. But those things are being looked at, like the Notebook.
That was released. Yes.
Right. And it's a very odd entry.
Yes.
I mean, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. And it just doesn't seem like he said, I'd put her out of her misery. Like she was a deer he had to shoot or something.
Exactly. It was disgusting. I mean, how could you, if she fell, you can't get her help?
Nobody talks like that. Like it doesn't make sense. He couldn't carry her across the stream. I don't care if she's being a bitch and she's whining about it. You do what you have to do.
Exactly. And she was a very tiny girl. It's not how heavy. I mean, he used to carry her on her back.
Right. So like 100 pounds soaking wet was this girl. Give me a break. He worked at a rock climbing place. He did rock climbing for a living. He was strong enough to deal with her.
Exactly.
So, and then he doesn't say how he killed her exactly, but just says he did, which is odd to say anything at all if you're not saying it fully.
Right. He's very transparent, and I feel that wasn't written by him. I'm waiting to see if the handwriting comes out.
Right, because it seems like either he was forced to write it and told what to say, or it was a fake.
Exactly.
Because, and then it specifically said to like, please leave my family alone. They've been through enough. At the time he went for his little walk to go kill himself, everybody wasn't camped outside that house yet. He had no idea what was to come. So why say leave the family alone unless you already, you know what I mean? Knew it was going on.
How weird is they couldn't find him for all those weeks. And the parents, as soon as they release that Bevel can go back, the Laundries decide to go and look for themselves, and boom, right at the spot here, they find him. And the stuff is just there. If it was underwater, how's that notebook so readable?
Well, because it was in a waterproof bag, apparently, that they found some of his other belongings in. And right, isn't it? And then also convenient, he talked about how he chose to kill himself at that very specific spot in the creek because the animals would come and tear apart his body and eat it up and everything. And like, really? That because that is what happened.
Exactly.
But that's what you knew was going to happen. So you say that? I just find that odd. I don't believe that part either. That seems like an after the fact moment.
Yep. And what about supposedly the lawyer coming out saying there's more letters and that the mother wrote a letter and wrote on the envelope to please burn after reading?
Right. That's another one that they haven't released yet, but I'm pretty sure it will get released. But it's Roberta's letter to Brian at some point in there between him coming home before he died, I guess.
Right.
And said something, and she says burn after reading. But one part of it did get leaked out, and it was regarding that don't worry, she would put a saw in a cake and bring it to jail.
Really? I have not heard that yet.
Yeah, so in some ways I feel like she was out to help her son, but not the dad.
It seems that way. How does the court?
Oh, it started echoing again.
I just heard it. Well, there's another camera that came up that wasn't there. Oh,
so, I don't know. The other thing that I don't like is that he was shot apparently.
Can you hear me now?
The other thing that I don't like is that he was
shot
apparently. No, now there's a horrible echo.
Yes, abnormal. Right. We all carry our journals in a waterproof bag. I have one right here next to me.
Yeah, that was pretty odd.
They didn't even have a waterproof bag on their journey. Traveling.
Right.
He goes there and he takes one. But how did the cops mistake Brian or Roberta for Brian leaving the house?
Oh, yeah, I know. That was bad too. The cops ended up making a lot of mistakes. That was awfully convenient.
I mean, the whole thing is puzzling. I mean, he comes home, goes camping.
Right, and they addressed that in the letter in the journal too, with how he was going to say goodbye before he killed himself, because the second that he killed her, he realized he couldn't live without her and had to die. Like, I feel like there was too much emphasis on in that journal. He's dead and he's gone. He had to die. He knew he had to die. He's dead. Don't worry. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. Which only made everybody go, is he really?
Right. Exactly. I was just gonna say it. It seems like they plan evidence to make it look like his death, and they got him out of the country.
Right. And his because like the dentist had been the longtime family friend,
Yep.
and those dental records were instantly available, and they matched the teeth and jawbone perfectly. And it's like
Yeah.
dentists can get a hold of that stuff all the time easily. Like
Mm.
this is not, you know.
Something the facts don't add up. They're all over the place in this case, and it's sad. But when you go back to the first police tape when they were when they got pulled over, you could see the abuse right there. So and them arguing. So you start thinking they had to be arguing. It kind of seems like he pushed her when they were crossing the stream, and she fell and hit the head.
Yeah, or I mean, he could have been mad and stormed off, and she started to run through the river to chase after
Right.
him, and
That
you
was another
know,
scenario. Yes.
and fell down. Like,
Get away, and and then in the end they were just fighting, and I think he raged and just started strangling her and being so angry he didn't stop.
well, and if she really did fall innocently, get hurt, and he was there trying to help her, and like it says in any way, what was essentially happening was in her hurt and pain, it was annoying him, and he got frustrated with her, as he seemed to do over everything. And in his frustration, he like suffocated her to like shut up already. Like he was tired
Yeah.
of hearing her whine about her pain. Why he wasn't taking her to a doctor, I don't know. But it just seems like that could have happened as well, because it did seem a frustration level issue for him. But
I think if he took her to a doctor, he just was thinking, oh, well, I was already pulled over. We were already separated. They already seen there was abuse there. That it would just scream that he did something. And so he just probably panicked, and he just kept going further in his head. And
yeah,
even her friend came out saying that he had so much anger and tried to isolate her.
yeah. And I mean, I saw some of her videos with her friends and whatnot. And honestly, yeah, she did seem like she could be annoying. But by no means does that make somebody deserve to be murdered. My God. Don't be their friend. Don't be their boyfriend. It's that simple.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
separate. And how can the parents have this woman living in their house and your son comes back in her van and you don't question where she is?
right. And then when the sister came to meet up with them and she got there and she didn't see her and she didn't say anything, like,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe her mom said, don't say anything. They're in a fight or whatever. And because that had been common, she thought, okay, fine. And she didn't. I mean, that one I can kind of see because she doesn't live in the home. But yeah. And I mean, for as far as Gabby's parents go, in a lot of ways, I'm like, I know you're angry and you're mad because you can't put this man behind jail, behind bars for what he did to your daughter. And, somebody should pay for what has happened. But if the parents really didn't do anything to help, like you're just taking your anger out on them, like
Exactly. I know it's still your child, but if your child's wrong in a situation like this, do the right thing, because they're suffering. And even how they made in like little jabs, like they knew where she was, but they didn't want to let it out.
yeah. And I feel like in a way, either they didn't know, he didn't say anything, they didn't know, but they assumed because they weren't stupid people and they were figuring it out and they realized, but maybe just weren't quite openly talking about it, using the real words, whatever. And then he took off and killed himself, and they knew that that had happened. And now they were really just stuck in the throes of the whole thing. So there's that as a possibility. So then if that were the case, they really didn't have anything they could have said, so there isn't anything there. But then if they did know straight up from the beginning and they were hiding it, then, yeah, you can be mad about that. And I don't know what you can sue for though with that, because there isn't any law that says they had to tell.
Exactly. But and they hired a lawyer prior though.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't understand where exactly they got that information from, because I guess the Laundrie side is disagreeing with that. So the judge will want proof of both parties. So I don't know. That's where I'm like, I don't know. I feel like her family is almost pushing this without enough evidence, and they're not going to win. And then and I don't want to see them have the loss.
Right.
But they're not at least telling us that they have enough to go on.
There's more evidence that hasn't come out yet, I feel.
There has to be.
To make them do this. There has to be something that we don't know. And the lawyer, when it was on the news, when the notebook was released, and he had come on and spoke, that he just could not say other things yet until it is out. Makes it that way.
And so I don't, but even if they can prove that they knew, what would happen to them?
Right, because they have the right to not speak. And so they didn't have to. And the lawyer advised them that way. As much as that Bertolino wasn't the best. And even how the notebook was released, Bertolino had to have a motive.
Yeah, I don't know what. I mean, he also is apparently some family friend they've had. I'm like, they sure do have a lot of friends, quote unquote.
Exactly. Like everybody on their side is connected to them somehow, and it's just strange because usually it doesn't work that way.
Exactly. So I don't know, but we'll see. I mean, I'm just hoping for more information to come out to hopefully show they have a real case and they're not just grasping at straws.
Yeah. What part? So was this like day one of the civil case? Like you're just bringing it forward now?
They're bringing it before a judge. Oh, there's echo again.
I think it's my phone, honestly.
It's not as bad. Oh.
So it was just brought before a judge to see if it's going to be able to have enough information and evidence to go to court.
Okay, so that was what I was missing. I see. And that's why they each had their time to show their facts.
Right.
This is what I didn't get. Is it because it's civil, that's why they each have different lawyers now?
Yeah, because they're a different type of lawyer.
Okay.
So we'll be hearing about that one soon. And that happened, I think,
so they're going to sue. Okay. What are they suing for? Like, what is the actual...
We don't know that yet.
It hasn't been released. That's why they're presenting all the evidence.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, like, they were doing their court day while the Roe v. Wade had its day, and Johnny Depp's lawyers were back in court for that case as well in the same.
Why were they back in court? For the same case?
Yeah, the lawyers had to show back up.
For what though?
She's filing the appeal. And so the Judge Penny said, you have to come up with the bond. Otherwise you cannot file it. So she has a cutoff date that she has to come up with $8 million or something in order to file the appeal. Now, if she has the $8 million, she could be paying that $7 million she owes from the divorce in the first place. And she could also be paying the whatever $10 million she owes to Johnny.
I was just gonna say.
But if she's appealing it, then why would she pay it to Johnny?
Because she's trying to say she can't afford it. That's one of the points.
But she can if she's paying for the appeal.
That's exactly.
Catch 22, Amber. That just goes to show you people that when it comes to trashing people, are, making them look bad or trying to like throw them under the bus. You don't even have to mention your name. All you have to do is basically refer to them in some way, shape, or form, and you can lose $13 million.
Yeah, just ask Amber.
It's crazy. I can't say nothing about nobody no more without getting in trouble, especially publicly. I mean, free speech isn't what it used to be.
Is anything free really anymore? Everything's free.
Not after this conversation that we had tonight. I guess not. And you kind of informed me how the whole thing is happening.
Yeah, it is. And I don't even know what kind of world it is that we live in now. It is interesting, that's for sure.
This is all crazy, and I feel like it's gonna go backwards a bit, but I think it's gonna. I don't know. I can only hope that it's gonna become, the verbiage is gonna become more. I'm at a loss for words, man. People are gonna understand it better, and I think we need to fight the whole privacy issue big time, and
Personal
we'll have
autonomy.
Yeah, I mean that's privacy. Period.
Right. So it's all one chunk.
Yeah. Kendra,
You're on live.
we're live.
Oh,
Yeah.
hi.
Hi. Welcome.
I thought you were just talking on the phone.
No, we're live on YouTube.
Hi, Gabe.
Hello there.
Jimmy's there too.
Hello.
Who else is here? We got Dan here. And let's see. I don't know who else is in the chat. Safari Lover in the chat. We got a couple people here.
Hi,
I don't know. This is our first pop-up live. It's Saturday. To me, it's early. Kendra, it's early for you. Never done.
It is. It's regular dinner time now.
Yeah, never. And we haven't done a pop-up live. We've only had, it's like our fourth live, I think. Maybe the fifth. We're still dealing with some technical, I think on my end, actually, because I'm the one that's creating it. So I apologize.
So was there any, how was the topic tonight?
Roe versus Wade, Gabe.
Did you guys get along fairly well?
Yeah. What did you think? We were going to disagree?
I have no idea.
No. I don't think we disagree. Now, if you want to talk about some other things, we might, but nah, we're good. We know how to behave ourselves. And we understand that everybody has opinions and feels the way they do. And
so does everybody in the chat have the same opinion?
No one seems to be disagreeing. But just, it's a slow night. Robbie never showed up.
Because Gabe can't be going off with his loofahs and pineapples having any kind of sex he wants anymore. We're all worried about that.
I feel for him. I'm so sorry for that.
I know.
Dan, I didn't even I didn't even tell Robbie we were doing a pop-up live.
Then why is he there?
He's not here.
Oh, I thought
Robbie's
he
not here.
There.
No, Robbie's not here.
You were having difficulties, and I couldn't getting error messages. They would go through.
Not being able to go on these. What did she say?
What? Kendra, you totally lost Gabe. He's like, what? What did she say?
He's just now answering that?
About
It took me about 20 seconds to process what you said.
I was wondering when they comment.
Oh my goodness.
He was going to get his
Kimberly's still here.
He was
Kimberly was at Robbie's when we were there last time.
Oh, hi, Kimberly.
Oh my God.
Hi, El Lockridge. How you doing? We're just sitting here hanging out, talking about the crazy world we're living.
I think that we're going to have some interesting.
I don't know if they want to hear your opinion about it.
No, you don't want to hear my opinion.
Are you going to get political?
No, not really. I just think they should have left it alone.
I agree.
Well said.
They should have just left it alone.
Yep. Well, they did it.
Left it alone. Should have just left it alone. But
I have a feeling it's going to get fixed.
I didn't think that.
But I don't like
never
this new
knew-
verbiage
I never-
thing that Kendra's telling me about.
I know the Supreme Court has rulings and stuff, but I didn't think they could overturn. You would figure that would be up to the people to vote on something like that. Something that big shouldn't be left up to the Supreme Court. It should be left up to the people.
Who brought it to the Supreme Court?
They brought it themselves.
Are you kidding? They can just do that?
Well,
They can just see it.
Here's another thing that bothers me about it. They are saying, oh, calm down. It's up to the states. States can individually do what they want. Maybe you'll look out, you'll be in a state that you agree with. However, they just overruled a New York State's decision they made themselves about the legality of carrying a gun. They overruled it.
Yeah.
So if they're just going to jump into the states and overrule their rulings, then what's the point?
Exactly.
Well, the thing is, how many states have already fully banned? 17 states have already fully banned abortion, right?
I don't know if it's
Yeah.
fully banned. Is
Fully
it fully banned?
Fully banned.
17 states.
I thought it was 8.
Yeah.
I saw it was 18.
So, well, it really doesn't. It's really not going to. I mean, what's going to happen is that they're just going to go to a different state that allows it.
Yeah, but Kendra, we talked before that when you come back to the state that you live
You
in,
can get prosecuted.
yeah,
That's bullshit.
that they're talking. Yeah, exactly.
That's why I say, what are we here in this U.S.? We're supposed to be free and make our own decisions.
Don't let a hamster.
I'm just glad I live in Florida.
Yeah, you all might want to move to Florida.
I'm moving down there, I think, next.
The governor here, he doesn't. I like him because he's not going to put a full ban on abortion, but he did something reasonable. He put stipulations on it. He doesn't want you having an abortion at 7 months. So.
Well, I have to. Okay. Yeah. See, now that's where you're getting a little technical with me. But I mean, I guess if they're gonna do it that way, then
Don't women, don't they?
I
don't
think if
know
there's
they're
a certain
pregnant?
point in time where you shouldn't have an abortion, even if it's legal, I still believe that there's a certain point in time that you should not be able to abort.
Yeah, you
Because
you shouldn't have
I
one.
mean,
Yeah. After the first trimester, I think you should just go with it.
Exactly.
just go with it. Yeah, there's definitely a certain point in time in pregnancy that you shouldn't be able to have an abortion.
Right.
I do believe that.
I don't
Exactly when that is, I'm not sure because people with different have different
But I'm
opinions
a
about
guy,
that.
so I really shouldn't be saying anything about it anyway.
Thank you, Gabriel.
It's a woman's body. It's her choice. But at the same time, when does makes it difficult, and everyone has their own opinion on that.
A smart man in the background, Dan says. If you only knew. No, just kidding. Just messing with you, Gabe.
No, my belief is that I personally say we got pregnant, we wouldn't have one, but I'm not going to tell Susan across the street what she should do. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, it's not your child to have to worry about raising and paying for.
Because I don't know the situation that they're in, and it could be other possibilities, you don't know. You don't know. Each individual is differently. Now, I don't believe in using abortion as a form of birth control. I think that's totally wrong.
Exactly. I totally agree with that. Because,
I know, believe it or not, I do believe that men have, I didn't mean to cut you off, Kimmy. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
I do believe that men have, that if it's your child, I do believe that you have an opinion and you should voice your opinion, but ultimately, um,
Your
I
opinion
hope
don't matter.
I don't want to say that,
I'll
but
say it as that's how
in
I
the
feel.
end, Kendra will say, "Leave it, Kendra." No, but I mean, in the end, I hope that you guys come to together and you understand if a woman chooses differently than that.
Well,
Ultimately, it's the woman's body, and there could be various reasons why she can't even go through, like health reasons alone.
I was just gonna say this, but
Yeah.
that's also where you should be. If you're going to do that, and know that you can.
But I think both sides are making a bigger issue out of it than it really is, because, like you said before, they're giving the power over to the states. So what's going to happen is, well, now if they're arresting people for leaving the state and getting it, now that's got to be, that's bull. That's BS. They shouldn't do that. But
Rape cases need to carry till childbirth.
Rape cases. I mean, you get.
That's a choice. That's a choice. I personally don't. Now, I'm not in that situation. Never been in the situation. Pray to God, I'm never in that situation. Don't think I will be. Especially because of my age. But I don't believe that I could even do it at that point, honestly, because it's still my child. You know what I mean? But that's my choice.
Right.
But
Right.
imagine a child being born because of rape and being resented their whole life because
I
of
was
it.
just going to say that. Then you have the woman.
It's like
Child.
that's
Yeah.
the lesser of the evil.
Yeah.
You
I
gotta,
mean, they
because
can give the
there's some
baby up for
people.
adoption.
I gotta say that. I mean, I as a man, I can't comprehend what it is that like a woman goes to have one. I mean, I hear that it's like the most difficult decision that they've ever had to make. I mean,
That's hard. I mean,
It's a hard decision all around when you think about if you're raped and you're now you carry the child for 9 months and you have resentment because of what happened. Then you look at that. Everybody has their own things they go through, and it's hard mentally. And then even if you have a child up for adoption, and then you have that, and you're always wondering. Everybody has their own mental situation, so that's where everybody has the right to make their own decision.
See, they should have just left it. They should have left it alone.
I
They
agree.
should have just left it alone.
There wasn't
Left
any
it alone.
particular problems
Because
going on because of it. Nothing was going wrong. So
Nothing. There was no protest. There was. I mean, you still had your little demonstrations, but it ain't gonna be nothing like it's gonna happen now. I mean, now
have
they
you
just
seen
opened
the
their
news?
Pandora's box.
Look at Washington, D.C. Look at L.A. Look at New York City. Look at San Francisco. The streets are
They
mobbed.
opened up Pandora's
did you
box.
see the subway stations in New York waiting for it to be overturned?
I mean,
Yeah, I sent you that
piled up.
video.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, 3/4 of the country don't want this.
Exactly.
3/4. I mean,
And
liberals definitely don't want it, and there's a lot of pro-choice Republican women that don't want it. So there's a lot more than people think, and I don't see how.
I can't believe they did this.
Well, and the fact that so much got attached to it, people think it's just about abortion, and it's not.
To me, it's just a big political stunt. All it is. Political stunt, and what's going to happen is it's going to backfire and it's going to fight the Republicans right in the butt. Sorry.
Did you tell Gabe they're taking away gay marriage next?
They're taking away gay marriage next.
That's next week's job.
Well,
you know what? They can't tell you who to love. They can't tell you who to live with. They can't tell you who to have sex with. They can't tell you any of that. I mean,
yes, they can because it's going to be the third thing, the criminal act of sex.
I don't care what you do as long as it has no bearing on my life.
Well, here's the thing, okay? they're apparently going to what? How did you say it, Kendra? They're going to have people rat you out if you're having gay sex in your own home,
Yeah,
married or not.
right.
Like, are you kidding? Like, really?
Sodomy is a
How the
felony
hell?
act.
I mean, come on. This is getting, it's ridiculous.
It used to be a law.
I was like speechless before when she was telling me all. I'm like, all I
It's
could say is this is crazy.
1964.
Well,
They
this
changed
is
that law.
This actually might unite the country more. This might actually, it might. It'll either break it apart completely or it'll unite us more. It'll unite us.
Well,
Well, see,
everybody
here's the
realized that
thing.
they're right.
Realize what the hell is going on. They're gonna, this pissed off a lot of people. It wasn't just. It just wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't
people.
just one side. It wasn't just one gender.
It pissed off a lot of people
Yeah.
on both sides of the spectrum. So.
Oh my God, Dan's crazy.
Well,
I
you know
switch
what?
hands all the time.
Johnny Depp united this country.
You know what? That's
I think they beat a dead horse with that.
Everybody's already on the same page, and this came trickling down. Everybody's going to keep on staying united about stuff.
and they don't want that though. They want us divided. But
Yeah,
I don't know
No,
how they.
America does not. American government
No.
wants
The government wants us divided.
No,
And I don't know
Russia
how
does,
they.
and China does, and South and
Yeah.
North Korea does. But I think our government does want us united. The other governments don't. We're way more fun for them to fuck with.
I'm not sure about our government either, but you know, I really don't know.
We should just leave
But-
political.
Yeah, we should just stay out of the whole political thing because there's a whole bunch of rabbit holes. I keep mentioning rabbit holes tonight. It just leads down to different areas you can go down, and it's crazy. But yeah, I
Good
really
luck getting
think
people
that,
to go to medical school now to be a doctor.
yeah, right.
Agree. Really. With all the more important things going on in the world, with this she's taking in my head makes no sense at all.
Yeah, I was saying that earlier, Kimberly. I mean, wow. OJ divided the country. 911 divided the country.
OJ.
Dan,
Who said that?
Dan, you said OJ divided the country. You know, he's not
OJ
wrong.
divided the country between black and white.
And they still try to, you know, we were talking about that earlier or the other day, sorry, not earlier, but like even with COVID and stuff, like our children, I think Kim and I were talking about it the other day, that with our children in schools and stuff today, like your children, Kendra, what do they know about race? You know what I mean? They didn't experience race too much, right? As far as black versus white, there's so many there's mixed children today. Like they're not faced with like race the way I was. You know
They
what I
say
mean?
racism's taught, right?
Yeah.
So if your kid doesn't know anything about racism, why would you teach it to them in school?
Well,
why would you?
history.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand that. But why,
what they're
why would
teaching
you?
them.
Why? Maybe I'm saying it wrong.
Well, what happens during COVID and stuff, though, they were kind of divided, and kids started to learn firsthand about racial divide. Whereas they didn't experience that before. They didn't think of that. Their friends were their friends. Now they're like, people started to form groups.
They're starting to bring them out like this is what your friend really looks like.
I'm sorry, Kimberly.
Like,
She said working in the medical field, this makes my heart hurt.
well, and you know, the medical field is another thing that's really taken a hit. A lot of people have left working the medical field because of the COVID and the fallout from that and everything that went on. And now this is another component that's hurting the medical field. And, you know, and teaching is going to be another one between the racism and the COVID. People don't want to be teachers anymore either.
I can't, Dan.
I'm sorry. Is Saturday considered an after-hours thing?
Right?
Dan, you're so fresh.
What?
Dan's a little fresh this evening.
This evening.
Yeah. He said, I never owned a slave, only when she was on her knees.
I don't believe you just read that out loud.
Well, they can read the chat.
No, I know.
Right there. I said, oh, I'm sorry, Kimberly.
Yeah, we were talking about that, Lisa, and and even my son being 9, he sees it.
She works in the ER? Or?
No.
No.
Kimberly works. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
In the medical.
She works in the medical field. Sorry, when you said Kimmy, I thought you meant Kim. When you said Kimberly, I thought you meant Kimmy.
At this point,
Oh,
you couldn't
no,
pay
Kimberly.
me to
Kimberly,
work
did you
in
hear
the
that?
medical field and
Say it
see
again.
all the sadness.
No,
that's
hang on,
going
hang on. Shh, 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 shh. Say it again.
Kimberly.
Do it again.
Kimberly.
Say sweet cheek. She's not here, but say it anyway.
I was just asking you. She's gonna watch it after on replay.
Yes, she is.
She'll appreciate
Say, oh,
that.
they thought of me. Sweet cheeks.
But Kendra, I agree with you. I don't
You're really laughing.
number that would get me to want to
Laughing.
in the medical field.
Exactly. There's too much upset. There's too much that's happening, and it's just it's like a horrible thing to have to watch every day you go to work in one way or another.
My sister works in the medical field, and my niece, her daughter, is going to be going to the medical field. I'm not sure exactly what she will be doing, but yeah. So.
Because it's supposed to be a good thing. You're helping people and you want, and you're there, but it's so much it just brings so sadness when you feel you can't help them.
Or you'll be fired and lose your job.
Right.
Or you could be personally sued and lose your house.
Yeah.
Copyright.
It's like you want to help, but you have to protect yourself.
Yeah, I don't know. They I don't think that I would go into teaching either at this point.
I think I'm just gonna stick with doing concerts, everyone. It's fun.
I'll stick in event planning.
Oh, did you hear?
I've been fun employed for a long time, and I have no regrets. And I will continue to do that. We're having a concert.
Did you hear the news about the concert tour?
Which one?
Hollywood Vampires is going on tour. They announced.
Oh, are they? Are they coming to the States at all?
They will be after they start off in Europe.
What'd you say, Kendra? I'm sorry.
They're starting off in Luxembourg and Germany, and then coming to the States after that.
Really? I know how to get Kendra here. I know how to get Kendra to come to Florida.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to call Tommy. Tommy's in a band with Johnny Depp. They are called the Hollywood Vampires, and we'll bring them to Get Swamped.
Okay.
You know what? Hey. I make shit happen.
Okay.
And how many people are in here? Not many tonight. But if all you people want to come to this show, I'll bring you down. We'll have some Hollywood Vampires in Bushnell, Florida. I think that'd be awesome.
I think it would be too.
I think it'd be a lot of fun. No, we'll probably get them on a day off or something like that. But
a day off.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to purchase them to come and perform on a day for their tour. One, they'll be like really expensive, and this area isn't really big. So it would be it would have to be a day off gig. It'd be like a party gig, you know. Come out to play.
Those big bands that do little clubs.
Yeah.
They go underneath.
She's laughing at me like, it's crazy. It's not a crazy thought.
They go underneath a different name.
Yeah. We had Iron Maiden play at L'Amour's under the name Charlotte and the Harlots, Kendra. This is when they packed Nassau Coliseum arenas.
Okay.
Yeah. So all we have to do is say Jack Sparrow is playing tonight. And there are people we'll bring the lemurs out.
The lemurs.
Yeah, Dabu and Jupiter. Sure, why not?
They're gonna boogie.
Yeah.
Do they enjoy rock and roll?
Can we dress them up?
I think everybody at Get Swamp likes rock and roll.
The lemurs?
Yeah, we gotta get those little outfits.
Little Zelda.
Baby Zelda. Her first concert.
Yeah, see? There you go. No, seriously though, we are gonna have an event there. I would love to get Hollywood Vampires to come, but it would definitely be like an off thing where we could invite Johnny and Tommy. Maybe
Tommy?
to come and hang out and visit the ranch. What?
Who's Tommy?
Tommy's a guitar player in Hollywood Vampires.
Oh,
Tommy used to play in a band on Long Island called Rough Cut.
There's so many Tommies.
Yeah, well,
normal asking who Tommy was one day.
That's Tommy London.
Is that a different Tommy?
Yeah, Tommy London he's a DJ on Hair Nation and Ozzy's Boneyard on Sirius.
Oh, okay.
See, there's so many Tommies.
Tommy
Yeah, lots of Tommy. But Tommy Henderson plays in Hollywood Vampires now.
Okay.
And he played with Cece. He played with Doro Warlock. He's played a lot of bands, a lot of artists. And now he's been in he played with Alice Cooper, and then he was in Hollywood Vampires for years. Like, I don't know, 2015, 2013 maybe? I don't know. So he looks totally different than he used to. Tommy had the pin curl freaking long hair, the spiral curls in his hair. And now it's just straight flat black, short, very gothic looking. You can just look him up. Look up Hollywood Vampires. You'll see a picture of him.
I like Dan's idea. We should build a stage at Get Swamp and have the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
We could do that too. It's just a jump to the left. Kimberly, Dan,
That ain't going to get me to Florida.
Johnny Depp isn't going to get you to Florida. If you can go hang out with
the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, whoops.
You're
absolutely right. No, we are actually. We're going to have a stage there doing the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
And I'm just going to have to move to Florida.
They should do that here.
What?
In the villages.
What?
Do a live Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh,
who's going in here? In here?
It'd be insane.
Yeah.
Yes,
It'd be awesome. You could play Frankenfurter.
Me?
Yeah, why not?
Who's Frankenfurter?
Oh my God, have you even seen the Rocky Horror?
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't it a drag show?
yes.
What is it?
You gotta watch it, Gabe. It's funny.
I've seen bits and pieces.
Susan Sarandon.
Yeah, I know she's in it.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name is from Home Alone.
No pineapples. We don't do pineapples here. No pineapples.
Oh, somebody in there does pineapples?
No, we don't do pineapples. We do loofahs.
I don't know if that's even better.
I find the pineapple thing hilarious because it's actually upside down pineapple. So if everybody wants to say they like pineapples, well, that's what everybody thinks.
Well,
They think
apparently
upside down pineapple.
Apparently the husbands and the wives like to watch others here.
Yeah, well, each loofah deciphers, the color of the loofah deciphers what they like.
You know, I just realized on my front door I have a pineapple door knocker, but it's right side up.
You have a pineapple door knocker?
Yes, my mom loves pineapple. And I did not put it together until
We
the other
should make resin pineapple door knockers, but upside down.
Oh,
Hey, Tunes, I figured out which ones I would like to get. If you see my text before, it's about the 10 crystals you think we should. Oh, the 10 crystals we think you should have. Okay. Just email me, Tuli's Pod, and I can get that set up for you. We actually have some crystal. We're going to be doing some videos on specific crystals, like maybe some short videos on, like, let's say fluorite or carnelian or obsidian, and what each one benefits, but just like one specific crystal, like one video for it. Swanging. I can't believe. Oh, you're hilarious. Do you guys like playing trivia? You guys want to play trivia live? Not tonight, but another time. I'm still got my lucky scoops coming, by the way. Wednesday we're gonna do lucky scoops.
That's gonna be a good time. The lucky scoops, they look really good, people. Like, they're really pretty.
Yeah, we set them up today.
Damn.
Think she should have kept the pineapple knocker to herself.
I thought I would share. I grew up, I always said it meant welcome, And I forgot all about it. And I was walking out the door and I looked up and there's the pineapple. I said, oh.
Kenzie, you want to do a live trivia game? I actually went on a live last night. I just hit YouTube and just clicked live and said, look who was live. And there was, I forget the name of the channel, but there was a lady live and she was playing like a Flash Family Feud game. And I won. She actually asked me for my Cash App and she sent me $5. I won $5 playing Family Feud.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool. I wasn't even expecting it. I was just playing the game.
You were so happy. You're like, I sent my Cash App. And then today.
So we could do trivia too as well, if you want. Participate.
I think that's a cool idea.
I think it'd be fun. Kendra's not answering me.
Did she fall off? Kendra. Oh, Dan likes to play trivia.
I love playing trivia.
I know. When you showed me what you found, I was like, that looks awesome.
Yeah, I gotta send it to Kendra. Kendra, you there?
What?
Never mind. Hang on, let me see.
Hello?
Hey, Kendra?
Yeah?
Can you hear me? Sorry, I went through that again. So what do you think? Let's do some trivia too, huh?
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I got this 80s game. It's an 80s trivia game. And so what I'll do is get that out to you so we can both have it at the same time. And I also got this when we actually go live with our faces, because we do a reveal, like it's a big deal. But I actually have this game where you put like a mask over your nose and your mouth, and everybody has to guess who you are. Like it's like a certain celebrity.
Oh, that sounds fun.
How are they going to guess? Just by looking at it? Or do you give clues or something?
Well, they look at it and they all guess who they think it is. And, I guess if they don't get it right, we could give them hints.
Yeah, isn't that
I've seen people do it. It's pretty funny.
It's kind of like a game show when they had a picture and they reveal like little pieces of the celebrity and you have to start guessing who it is.
But, yeah, it's pretty fun. I thought it was fun. I had a good time anyway. But,
well, happy birthday to your husband, Savari Lover.
Well, yeah, happy birthday.
Are you having a party for him tomorrow?
48. 48's a good number. I just heard my New York accent come out. Number.
I heard it too. I was just going to say something.
Captain Jack does not count. Captain Jack counts all the time.
Yes, he does.
He doesn't count for what? He counts for everything.
That's right. Get you by tonight. That's funny. So what is everybody doing? Where is everybody? I know Dan's in Florida. Safari, where are you?
Safari's in Mexico right now for her.
Oh, Mexico. Kimberly's in Florida.
I'm in Connecticut.
Is Lockridge still here?
Yeah, I was just scrolling back up.
Just I think we've lost Abnormal. Abnormal left a while ago, huh?
Unless he's having trouble. I was having trouble earlier. I kept getting error messages, and then I'm like,
where are you from, Lockridge? Oh, Lockridge. Leesburg. So many Lees around.
Arkansas.
Wow, Arkansas. I've driven through Arkansas before on my way home from California. I was trying to take a shortcut. It wasn't really a shortcut. I was trying to avoid driving through Flagstaff, and I ended up having to do it anyway. And then I don't know how I ended up in Arkansas.
Okay.
Yeah, it was weird.
That was
There was a big storm I was trying to avoid. Snowstorm.
And you made it into Arkansas.
Yep.
Flagstaff's in Arizona. How the hell did you go to Arkansas from that?
I have no idea.
Skip a few states, you know.
Well, what happened was I was trying to avoid a snowstorm in Flagstaff, but I ended up having to go through it anyway. And then there was all these storms across the entire country, and so they were saying that Indiana, I can't even speak, guys. Indiana was like just flooded with water and a whole bunch of shit. So I went down somehow and south, and I don't know. And I'm driving back to New York, so I ended up going down through Arkansas, through Tennessee, all the way up through Virginia. I don't even know how I went. It was crazy. Took a little bit of a longer route. Oh, he's got to mention mint chocolate chip right now. It's so hot, and I could have ice cream. Ice cream.
Oh, it does sound pretty good.
Mint chocolate chip is the best, though.
It's my favorite.
I love it.
You
Anyway,
hear my son in the background? He goes, "That's true."
Chocolate chip mint.
How do you mail 3 pounds of mint chocolate chip fudge? Oh, every month fudge. I'm thinking ice cream. I'm thinking milk. I'll take some fudge, but I'm not quite sure if I want mint chocolate chip.
What?
Yeah, I'm
mint
not.
Chocolate chip's the best. It's weird though. I have to say, everything in the Villages closes early.
Does it?
Like, it's Saturday night, right? You want to order a pizza? You can only get a pizza from like Domino's or something. Like the actual Italian restaurants and stuff, they're closed 8 o'clock. Done.
That's how a town, 2 towns over from me is just like that, and it's like a ghost town. Everything's closed early.
It's really weird, or it's weird to me. It may not be like that over in Leesburg though, where Kimberly is, because Leesburg's more populated and it's kind of, I don't know, it seems spread out to me. Well, actually, the Villages is, but
oh, Kimberly, that sounds good.
Oh, goodness, it's not, and it closed at 8 o'clock too. Hudson, Florida. So you're near Spring Hill, right? North of it, I think. Oh, you're from Hudson.
My son's looking out the window. We hear fireworks going off, but we can't see any. They're starting.
Oh, they stay open. Yeah, I thought so. We got to do a Leesburg trip. South of Spring Hill. Okay. When I first came down to Florida, I was in Tampa and then over at Tarpon Springs. Hey, Travis. How you doing? What's up, dude? We just did a pop-up live tonight. Just talking about the Roe versus Wade and
The dirty laundry.
yeah, the dirty laundry. Just sitting here chit-chatting.
Well, I know someone that doesn't go to bed at 8 that's in the villages right now.
Yeah, right. Not me. I'm up
No.
to like 2, 3 in the morning, Kimberly.
I would have never known that. Why are you up so late?
I'm so glad you came in, Travis. How you been? So, guys, how are we going to get Kendra here? We've got to get Kendra to come to Florida. But she won't come when it's like really hot. So we're looking at like, fall, winter.
Kendra, why won't you just come?
Because it's Florida.
That is a good reason.
Travis, tell Kendra how Florida is. Yeah, actually he is. Not this week, but next week he will be. He's actually inside. You missed him. He was just out here talking.
I was gonna say Gabe must have walked away. He's quiet.
It's hot. Kendra don't like hot.
Exactly. That's why I don't want to go. I don't do humid and I don't do hot.
She doesn't do
I hate
hot
where I
now.
live myself. I live in California. It sucks.
Dan says January when it's in the 70s.
Yeah, if she can't take the heat when it's that hot in California, forget it. Because it's a different heat. Like I can heat 90-degree weather in California is nothing like it is here. Nothing. It's like almost 70 here.
Yeah, we went on
I think it's
vacation
hot
once to
everywhere.
Florida and left early because of the weather.
Yeah. I think it's hot everywhere right now.
It's been very warm here. Yeah. And I'm in Connecticut.
Florida is so much better than California. Depends. That depends. I love California myself, actually. So.
So El Lockridge, Arkansas has really humidity down there?
Is there humidity in Arkansas? Like bad? Here it's just terrible.
The whole South is nothing but a humid mess pot.
Well, I love Los Angeles, but Kendra is north of Los Angeles.
I'm
Way
in the
north.
Bay Area.
Yeah, she's in the Bay Area.
Yeah, we don't deal with those SoCal people.
What's wrong with Southern California, Kendra?
NorCal and SoCal do not get along. Like that, we are separate from each other. We don't see ourselves as the same. But any outsiders want to fuck with us, we'll protect our own.
Beep.
But only we can pick at each other.
I was just gonna say.
It's a delayed beep, everybody. Cool towels do help. Yes, order your what do we call those towels, Travis? The sweat
Oh,
towels?
yeah.
What? Yeah, but what are they actually called? I forget.
On the tip of my tongue.
No, but they're the sweat towel, the coolie towels. Anyway, Travis has cool towels. He's got we call them like the sweat Willis towels, right? Humboldt County.
Humboldt. Yeah, that's north.
That's north of you.
And what is what
What's in?
the reason is for knowing Humboldt County varies.
Oh, I don't know. I never heard of it. What's so funny?
Nothing.
Okay. Must be getting rain today. What's in Humboldt County? Is it like near Sacramento or something?
Like trees and stuff.
Like
Trees.
trees.
Oh, you seen a documentary? Smile. Okay. Oh. Oh. Gotcha.
So yeah, that's why
Oh,
he's
the
asking.
hamster wheel. Did that go over my head too?
Yeah. Gabe
Gotcha.
might know.
I gotcha. I get it.
Lisa was wanting rain earlier to cool things off.
Yeah. Need some rain.
We get weed delivered here.
You get trees delivered there? What? They deliver trees?
Yeah.
Gabe totally knows.
Big old pots of the plant.
Wow.
That's great.
We're not
We don't have problems with those things out there. I think they're just.
It's like just ordering a pizza. I mean, it's that simple. It's that
Really?
easy. And you get like a whole giant menu.
That is
Oh,
insane.
wow.
But, you know, Florida is oh so great.
Shut up, Kendra.
You don't have front door delivery of your potted plants, do you?
I can't even get pizza now.
Oh, that's open till
Who
like
wants
3
this
in the
the
morning.
cheesy pizza? And you know it's funny, Gabe loves pizza.
That's
not
only
all we
shut
love.
down from like 3 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think Travis would love to take a visit out there.
I would too.
He may never come back.
Oh, geez.
Oh
Him and Gabe are
my
gonna.
goodness. That is funny. What's that, guys? You've been on for like almost 2 hours now. That's crazy.
Yes.
Just sitting here.
It's funny whenever
Chit-chat.
anybody asks about a specific part of California, they're going somewhere with that point.
Kendra, Travis says,
Going next to bed.
We do. We get all kinds of delivery service. People say it's the best vacation ever.
Oh my god, that is funny.
that is. He might never want to leave.
You're right.
Ding
I'm
dong.
telling you, if Gabe got out there, he would not come back.
Oh, Gabe would love it.
He wants to see all the Bigfoots in the trees.
Well, there's a mountain
Which
right
you might
nearby me
have
that you
to-
can go look for Bigfoot on.
Well, he really wants to find Bigfoot.
Well, it might be over there at Mount Diablo.
Okay. I just think if thing existed, they would have found it already. But then again, it could be like something like Skinwalker Ranch, you know, where they're like, there's portals and they shapeshift. It's all kinds of crazy stuff. I think I watched True Blood too much.
Yes.
Did you ever watch that show? Let's go hunting, Gabe. Pineapple pizza. I'll never get that.
No.
Pineapple on pizza.
Me either. I'm with you.
That's just, you know. Kendra, Jimmy's Italian. right?
She is?
Yeah, and she lives up north, right? Like right
I knew
over
where
the
you
freaking sound, like right over the sound from Long Island.
Yeah.
And I said to her today, "Have you ever had a Zeppeli?"
Shut up.
She
I
has no
asked my
idea.
mom.
How? What is wrong with you?
I'm like, you don't know what a Zeppeli is? I'm like, are you kidding me?
I asked my
Who here
mom.
knows what a Zeppeli is? Say I.
I.
You know, okay, Lisa.
What is that? Travis don't know. Well, Travis is from the South. Are you, Travis, are you originally from Florida? Kimmy's gonna be, okay, Lisa. I.
Well, my son's in the background going, "You're right. Pineapple doesn't belong."
Nay. Nay. Kimberly knows what a Zeppeli is. Basically, it's fried dough. It's kind of, it tastes similar to like a funnel cake or what they call elephant ears, but it's better.
I know what an elephant ear is.
It's kind of like that, but it's just better because it's like a ball of dough. It's a ball. It's oh my god, and I make them good. I make them homemade good.
I'm just gonna have to come get some.
Carney food at its finest. Well, you won't find it any better than either in New York or in my kitchen.
In your
I'm
kitchen,
gonna have to make Zeppelis for everybody.
Kimberly, you could have all the pineapple on your pizza. I'll give you mine.
It's called fried dough. Mama Lee's Zeppelis. Oh gosh. Yeah, it was funny, guys. You can laugh too. Or not. Okay. It's a whole different subject, but I'm looking for shot glasses for different states. I don't know which ones I already have, but I do know I have about half of the United States. Well, what you gotta let us know which ones you're looking for. And we have a lot of resellers.
I was just gonna say,
What's
and I
channel?
actually have some, so I might even have some that you might be looking for, Sapphire. My brother
A
used to.
complaint.
So
You don't like? Wait a minute, I'm kind of confused. What did I miss? A complaint. Carney food at its best is a complaint. I will make homemade Zeppelis. You're just gonna have to come and get them.
You cook Zeppelis?
Yeah,
You cook.
yeah. I cook Italian food, Kendra, believe it or not. Compliment. Gotcha. Thank you. I got it. What are you? I cook Italian food. Gabe does not cook Italian food.
Oh, please don't let him try.
No, no. Hello, he's like total Southerner. I can't
Yeah.
have him cooking, Italian food. That's not to say Southern people cannot cook Italian food. So I'm not trying to offend, but I'm talking about my husband. I'm a New York Italian, and I cook the Italian food in the house. He cooks all the time. He cooks everything else. He likes to cook. Oh, Italian bakeries.
Probably, Dan.
That is the only thing I cook. Hello, Kendra. Kendra, what do you cook?
All kinds of food. I cook Mexican,
Like?
Italian.
I cook Mexican.
your quesadillas that you're hearing about?
I'm going to be making my chicken quesadillas shortly.
Okay.
I am. Actually, believe it or not, I like to make Gabe my chicken, my fried chicken. Not fried like Southern fried chicken, but my whole
KFC?
breadcrumb thing. No, not KFC.
KFC fried chicken.
Something in Kendra's food.
I make
Don't like pineapple
brownies.
pizza.
Oh yeah, Kendra.
I can't do pineapple on pizza. I just can't.
I need a recipe for that, Kendra.
I just can't do pineapple on pizza. I know people like it. I don't know.
We'll
It's just
just
not.
sprinkle a little oregano on yours. You'll never know the difference.
Well, that might be a way to get you to eat that. Or at least try it.
I'm getting hungry. I don't even know what the hell we have for dinner today. Hello, pod people. Hi, Lorraine.
Welcome,
Hello,
Lorraine.
pod squad peeps. Ham and onions.
No.
Gabe loves pizza, all kinds of. He loves it like completely covered with peppers, mushrooms. Not me. The only thing I ever really put on pizza was pepperoni or even sausage. My dad actually used to get pizza with sausage on it. I'm talking. I don't cook pizza. I cook like lasagna, big ziti, things like that. Zappalis. I don't
Meatballs.
cook pizza. I made the ball. Yes.
My son just went, I meat the balls. It's so funny he's behind me. That's the thing to keep saying.
Man, when we grew up, so much pizza. So much. I could give or take pizza. But my house had a lot of pizza. A lot of pizza. And then when we got older, we started getting like heroes, like meatball heroes and stuff.
I could go my whole life with never having pizza again.
Yeah, same here. Kendra knows. But I'll tell you, we had pizza and we had bagels, and I can go for my bagels. I bet bagels I can continue to do, but pizza,
Yeah, I'm the same way. I get my bagels shipped from New York.
Yep.
Okay, Safari Lover, I will.
4-layer lasagna I made up 2 weeks ago. My husband's favorite meal is lasagna. So I usually make it for him on the house. Oh yeah, it's his favorite plate. Lasagna.
I love making lasagna.
Pizza bagel works for me. I love bagels. Not, the small pizza bagels that you get, No. The original homemade pizza bagels. Good. But the bagels gotta be from New York though. I have yet to find a good bagel down here.
They opened up a bagel shop in San Francisco, and it's supposed to be better than the best. For 2 bagels, it was $36.
What?
Wow.
Yep.
Pizza bagels is a real thing, yeah.
Yes, it is, Robert. I just made some for my son.
Oh yeah, it's a real thing.
They come in
You
a box.
can go buy bagel bites in the store.
I was just gonna say, but they're not the same. But
yeah, no, they're not the same.
They'll do good after.
Well, hang on a second. $36 for 2 bagels?
Yeah.
What did it come with, diamonds or something?
I know it's nutty, and you wait in a long ass line for that.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I would not be waiting in that line.
I don't care where that bagel came from, New York or not. I would not pay that nor wait in that line. That's insane.
No.
I saw a picture yesterday. In CVS, mayonnaise, a jar of mayonnaise, regular normal size, not the mini ones, but the normal size jar. What is it, a pint or something? $9.99 in CVS. I was like, you got to be kidding me. They're just so many things are just costing way too much money. But 2 bagels for $36 now. One day, I'd rather spend the extra $10 and have an overnight to me from New York. Well, and have a dozen bagels.
Yeah, that's what we get. A once a month delivery.
Yeah. Yeah, Robbie posted that. That's where I saw it from. It is a crazy world.
And I'm getting a text that I could be having a delivery.
Yeah, he couldn't believe that. I saw it. I was like, oh my God, that's insane. It is. They just charge so much money for things anymore. Milk is $7 a gallon out there, right, Kendra?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
$7 a gallon.
We just hit over 5, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, that's it. This is getting crazy. Oh, I love bagels. Yeah, it was Lockridge. Hey, Kendra.
I heard whispering. I was
Kendra.
listening to it.
That's my little one.
Kendra.
Lisa.
448.
Shut up. That's enough of that.
I'm with you, Kendra. I'm with you. Oh, my little one is on me. You can say hi. Say hi, everyone.
So never live that down.
Traumatizing.
You can say
Where is your? I don't know. It just disappeared. It just stopped working. It disappeared on me.
What are you
I
talking
tried
about?
to put it back. Travis is asking where my emoji is. It was there earlier, I swear. Gone now.
Yeah, it
Okay,
disappeared, and then we all became an echo.
You're still echoing?
Oh God, yeah.
Are you serious?
It's
All right. I'm going to mute myself. Tell me if it stops echoing. I will eventually figure this out. Hold on.
Kimmy.
yes.
It's not echoing anymore.
No, it's not.
I know, it gets so much better.
Okay, well, then I'll just shut up and you two can just talk. Go ahead.
I knew she was going to say that, Kendra.
I know, that's why I said it.
I know. You know, I'm getting the best hugs right now.
Did they want something?
Probably. He has his arms wrapped around my neck behind me, and he's just hugging me.
All right, so like, are you guys all hearing echoes right now when I'm talking? I don't know if you can tell my little. Okay, not you. The people in the chat. The people in the chat. Can you hear me? Is it echoing out there at all?
No, now it's not. It comes and goes. Oh, Dan says yes. Oh, yes,
Yeah.
maybe I can hear you. Okay, what are you doing? I'm not a koala. Are you a koala?
Oh, now I hear him laughing. Someone's being a silly goose.
Those hurt. I'm not a jungle gym.
You're trying to get him to talk, and now, of course, he won't.
I told him to say hi. He's just being silly.
I could go and stress out my sons right now and do that and walk in there and be like, say hi. Be like, why? Who is it?
Hey, Eric, don't you have a joke to tell everybody?
Oh, yeah. Tell them that joke. Go ahead.
Here, I'll start. Eric, how do you make a tissue dance?
How?
Put a little boogie in it.
This is really funny.
I got dad jokes too. What's the one that he told the other day?
And here he goes.
If you're an American when you go into the bathroom, and you're
I'm sorry, Dan.
Okay, go ahead.
if you're an American when you go into the bathroom, and when you come out you're an Australian, what are you inside?
Did everybody hear that?
What?
If you're an American when you walk into the bathroom, and you're an Australian when you come out of the bathroom, what are you when you're inside the bathroom?
Crazy.
Crazy.
A European.
Ah, European. European gets it.
That's cute.
Isn't that cute? I thought that was adorable. European.
He came out of nowhere with that one, and I was like,
Oh, I thought that was cute. He had to share with all of you. You got any more, Eric?
Any more? No, he froze. Good. You got another one? He's shaking his head. I'm like, they can't see you. We
can't see you. We can't hear you.
Good.
If you come across an alligator in a vest, what do you get?
Say that again. If you come across what?
An alligator and a vest.
An alligator and a vest. I don't know. What do you get?
An investigator.
An investigator. Good one.
I have one
Lorraine.
more.
One more? Okay, go ahead.
Why did the students eat their homework?
I don't know. Why did the students eat the homework?
Because their teacher said it was a piece of cake.
Oh, that's funny. It's a piece of cake.
It made Travis laugh.
That's funny.
He's got jokes.
So it goes and goes away. It comes in and goes away. All right. I'll figure it out. Actually, guys, you know what it is? I dropped my phone. Well, actually, I didn't. The first night we went live, it was my birthday. Gabe was using the phone, and he dropped it, and it cracked. But it's still workable. But what I'm noticing is that if I use speakerphone, people can't hear me, and that might be a problem. So maybe that's what it is. I had to take the case off. I took the case off.
It might
I'm gonna
be.
get another phone. Yeah, I've just been delaying getting a new one. No reason why. Just delaying it. So that might be why. So I'll get a new phone by next time. Hopefully that'll work. Hi, Vincent.
You want my attention? You're after.
Blame Gabe. The guys always stick together, don't they? Moisture. Yeah, that's what I think happened because I used the same phone last week and it was fine. You know, it wasn't that many issues last week. You know, so I'm just gonna get a new phone this week. No big deal. But no, Gabe did. He will admit he dropped the phone.
Yes, he did.
He will admit it.
There's no blaming me. He really did. I'm not blaming him. You know.
All right, guys, it's like 20 after 10. I want to thank you all for hanging out and just chatting with us, you know, and being able to discuss this a little bit, having a little bit of fun. I hope you had a good time. Way to go, Gabe. Yeah, now Wednesday we're going to do the Lucky Scoops, right, Kendra?
I believe so.
Yeah.
And Justin's new from New Orleans, so hopefully he'll come back and for the next live for those Lucky Scoops.
Thank you, Travis. Thanks for coming. We're gonna pull. Travis wants to do a live with us with crystals, Kendra.
Cool. All right.
Okay. You know, you might. Yeah, you might be right because the thumbnail didn't show. I saw it. I realized it didn't show, so I think you might be right.
Now you sound like a robot.
Yeah.
I'm echoing again.
No, but it's hard to understand when you're like a robot.
I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. When went at the Robbie's? I'm not sure yet, Kimberly. Soon. I know soon. I'm just not sure. It's not going to be tomorrow. I know that, or I don't think it will be. Robot Lisa. That's me. Cool. Yeah, so we're going to be doing that live Wednesday night. Lucky Scoops, bear with me because it's going to be about a bunch of cameras now and angles, so I can show you guys all the crystals, and it should be fun. We should have a good time. So hopefully you guys will come and be there. And I'm also going to be putting out some videos before that. Let's see in the chat, what crystal do you want to know more about? The benefits about? Can anybody mention a crystal? And let's say we'll do that one first. What do you think, Kendra?
See which one.
Yeah, let's see. Pick a crystal. All of them. It'll take a while, Travis. Pick one. Otherwise, I think we'll do Kendra's favorite stone.
That's probably a good place to start.
I think it is, actually. It's a magical stone. They're all kind of magical, but this one's really magical. It's got magic powers. Brings out your magic.
That's perfect place to start. And then you can put a poll up during the live and pick 3 crystals and have people choose for the next one.
Olivine or Adventurine. Adventurine's a good one. I like Adventurine. So there we go. I think we'll start with Fluorite, which is Kendra's favorite. And then we'll go with Adventurine after that, Lorraine. How about that? We'll get those out. We'll do those next week. And then we'll also do the Lucky Scoops.
All
and
right.
I think after that, we're going to have to get back into some celeb stuff. Or maybe we'll just do it while we do the Crystal Scoops.
Well, Kimberly, you're going to be learning. Then you'll know.
Oh, yeah.
But
Oh, yeah. We'll educate you on some crystals.
Love it. Did you just sing a McDonald's song?
Oh, he will, Vincent. I'm not sure. I don't know how his internet is today, but he will sell stuff. Sell stuff. Celeb stuff. Oh yeah, Travis don't like that stuff. Ugh. Travis isn't into drama. He don't like the drama. That's all good though. There's plenty of things to talk about, but there's plenty of crystals to talk about, learn about, and especially if you you're looking for some type of healing and what crystals you can use to do that. Good night, Travis.
Good night, Travis.
So yeah, so we will be back Wednesday and we'll be putting some videos out before that. So thank you all again for hanging out with us tonight. Kendra, thank you. Love you. Kimmy, thank you so much for joining in.
Thank you.
Have a great week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.